All right, guys, good Monday morning. Got a little rain passing through. Just unloading equipment. Just got mobilized here on this new site. Check out the prints in a minute. It's a tricky dig. We got a road plate here to protect the septic system. And yeah, here's the prints here. Check this out. It's about mid-morning. It took us all morning to pull machines off the other site to get them here, and by the time all that got done, they got these prints laminated. It's 11 o'clock. So basically, here's the existing house. Everything you see in color is going to be new, but look at the jogs. Look at this addition. Talk about craziness, huh? Look at this one. The messed up part is right here is an existing retaining wall that has to stay, and everything comes off and it's cocked, and there's really no measurements on where this is to this house, and we can't pull a range off. I'm gonna have to pull a range and then measure, you know, scale it to this corner to try to get it dug. But we're gonna get this road plate off, and I'll show you where it is on site where we're digging. So stay tuned. I'll be right with you in a minute. All right, guys, the smaller addition is here. Then we have a porch that was in the red that is here. That is a 4-foot frost walls. But then the other one is over here, and this is where we're battling. You see all this stairs and this retaining wall here gets ripped out. All this gets taken out, but we got to save all this. I mean, the stairs are all up on here. Everything is here. So this wall gets out, all this, and basically, I believe it's somewhere right here. And you see how close we're to that. So it's going to be tricky because we got to have an overdig for the guys to work in here. Then we got to go down. Yeah, so this is a tricky one, and not only is it tricky as far as that, the layout's very tricky, and so is the just the excavation with all the jogs and whatnot. Obviously, we're not going to excavate every jog. We'll make it like a stop sign, basically, an octagon, and then the guys with the foundation got a real tough job to put all those jogs. But yeah, so today we're just going to grub this out. We're gonna get, there's a bunch of stumps in here. We had trees cut down. We're gonna grub it out, load all that out, and get a ball field here so we can at least get a good clean layout. And that's the goal. Hopefully today, like I said, it is crouching on to noon right now, but we are gonna do it. And the rain has stopped for a little bit, right, Meek? How's the knee feeling today, buddy?
Not too good.
Not too good.
Getting there.
Boss man don't want to hear that. You know it's feeling good. It better be. Give him the old Miyagi. All right, we'll check back. All right, guys, so right here, Meek, right here is a septic line that just got replaced right where that yellow is. So we got a line going out to that cone, and that's the new tank. Obviously, this is only a foot or so in the ground, maybe 2 foot, and we're gonna have triaxles going back and forth. So we gotta protect it with the road plate. We're gonna put it here. Meek's just gonna clean this up right here. Clean this up and put it, just give us a path for now, right? Just put it here. And then, yeah, that other addition's right here, literally right next to this septic line. So that's gonna be another issue that we gotta tackle and be very careful. Worst case, we hit it, we fix it. That's what we do. It ain't no big deal to fix it, but we don't wanna hit it. All right. Sliding the road plate over to that knockout we got there. We torched some holes in each end just so we could move these things. They're so heavy. And she will swing into you if you lift it up too high. Yeah, lift it up there, that thing will come right into the cab. You gotta be careful. Obviously guys that use them know that, but people that don't. So we're just gonna drag it down, let her slide down like she's a piece of equipment. is here. So basically, we're doing this so the dump trucks could come over and I can load out all that dirt, because all the dirt on site is getting trucked off. Right? So I'm gonna just pluck a couple stumps here. That way, Migo he's gonna get all the overburden off. I knew these stumps would come out easy. They're just pine trees. I get the pile of stumps here. I gotta go drop the trailer. There's no room on this site for nothing, so I gotta drop the trailer and tell you, I wish all stumps come out like that, you know. Up. Good right there. We'll load these stumps out, and we got some retaining walls we gotta load out. Ooh, got some dirt in there, a little sod. Guys, we got that load of stumps out. Just gonna grab this wall. Just the upper wall is the one leaving. Grab that now. got the truck off to the side and told him to stay up high. He's down low. Now we're stuck. I gotta try to push him, see what happens. Push him out with the dirt. I got nowhere to push. I don't feel like denting the tailgate more than it already is. What's that sound? Water, water, water. We had a monsoon from yesterday when we got towed out all night into this morning. Day is shocked. Definitely not gonna work here today. We'll never get the trucks in here. This will be rutted up. We got blacktop driveways to contend with, and we'll be fighting ourselves doing this, so it is bad. And this is where we left off yesterday. We got 2 loads out, as you saw, and today's Tuesday. We'll be back Wednesday. Good morning, everybody. We're back on site. It is Wednesday, so it's the 3rd day to attempt this project. Just took the bag off the gauges. Said monitor okay, because everything got wet with this windshield. We had a huge rain, but the windshield is in, and we're going to install it now. 3 bolts, 1, 2, and there's another one right there, and that should do it. This is a very, looks like straightforward, just no glue, no, you know, usually you got to put some that black goopy stuff to seal it, but this shows everything's weather stripped and it just slips in. Pretty basic. Hopefully we just got to get all this glass out, and hopefully we can get it in fairly quick. Check back. All right, guys, we're back. Got it all in. Just a quick pro tip: when you got to put this windshield in, you can't really get this frame out unless you do a lot more work. This frame has got to be at a 45-degree angle for that new glass to come in and fit in and go in, because it won't go past the threshold out there. So if this is sitting at a 45, you know, roll your window up so the frame's like this, then that will go in. All right, we got to take a couple trees down the homeowner wants. They give us more room anyways, and that's this tree here, giving an old takedown. Takedown, shakedown, right? So that should work. Alright guys, so basically just stripping off the topsoil, stripping off the slop. Gonna get a couple loads of this out of here, get a ballpark, nice playing field so we can get a good layout. Foundation's very tricky, so many different angles. So we'll give a little extra overdue. Alright guys, another audible on the job. We're gonna box this all out, go get a load of 3 ledge rock, throw it in there. We will never get this job done without it. Another surprise to hold us off on the excavation. So I'm gonna pull this out of the way. He's gonna scrape this all out with the skid steer. I'll go get a load of 3s, and that's what we gotta do right now. And man, I wanted to get this dug today. We'll see what happens. So we gotta pour the concrete in the morning over at that other foundation. So we will check back once I get the load of 3s. Going, guys, we're going to attempt to tailgate spread this. Made a little driveway to get in and out of here. It's all slop. We got a lot of rain the other day. I knew that's what would happen. She bounced up on me. These big ledges get hung up. Could have opened it more, but then it comes out faster. So we're gonna, you can see it's all bound up. We are gonna unload it here and he'll spread it in. Okie dokie. You'd always pop these out with a hammer with all that pressure because you'll never get it. So always have a hammer with you and you get that in there. And stay clear. You don't get no fingers in there. You'll be taking fingers off quick. So yeah, that's how it's done. All right, we're gonna dump this off. He'll spread it. All right, let's get this spread down for him so he can work a little easier with the skiddy. This big rock, you know. Meant for bulldozers, not skid steers. Give him a little pile going. Get this over here. All right. The blue rock, rip wrap, whatever you want to call it. We call it number 3 ledge. A little small to be called rip wrap, but it's number 3s. It's ledge rock shell. And that will keep our tires clean and get us back here to get this excavated. And we'll just keep the tires on the road plate there that I got, covering the septic line, and we should be pretty clean, you know. Obviously, if this was done last week, we wouldn't have had to probably do all that because it was 90 degrees the whole week and the ground was hard. Probably would have just been fine, but it is what it is. Call an audible, get it done. We're back in business, you know. Took about 40 minutes to an hour, and good shape. So let's get this thing turned up to about 1,000 RPM, huh? Alright guys, sorry for the delay. Took those 4 or 5 trucks out and then we're laying this out. Gotta have this pretty dead nuts. Like here's the house, this whole area, and this thing's cocked and none of these measurements are the same. So everything has to be done by scale. He doesn't have measurements on here, so this is really tricky. So Meek, off our corner, and we're using 1/4 inch scale right here. So off our corner, Meek, we're gonna have 3 foot 8 3/4, which he has that measurement right there. But like I said, none of the other measurements line up. He has a couple here and there, but nothing. The foundation guys are gonna have their work cut out for them. All right, so that's where we are. We got to go down to existing footing, which on the key shows right here. So we're going to match the existing footing on the house over here, which down here is actually 4 foot below grade because it's a walkout basement. So we'll have to catch back in here, hit the existing footing, and then carry grade all the way through. Hug these retaining walls because these retaining walls got to stay in all this. But really, over in here is the foundation. So it is going to be challenging, and hopefully there's no geogrid in there. But we'll get this laid out, get all our jogs laid out, and we're trying to minimize the amount of dirt that has to be trucked out. So that's why we're taking our time. All right, we will check back. All right, guys, we're in the excavator. Got all the overdigs marked out. I'll show you real quick. It's the pink lines, not the orange one. 3 foot pass all the way. There's the orange, there's the pink. Boom, boom, boom. Right around, so I'm inside the hole right now, the foundation where it needs to be dug. All right, guys, just fine tuning along the house. That's an existing fireplace chase. Just got off the phone with the architect. He's got I just did his measurements. I mean, did you see how this architect's got his place drawn up? I just did his measurements for him. Things aren't calculating too well. So I just called him out on it, and he's gonna revise some prints. He has the basement at 6'2" right now, the head height, and I don't think that's gonna work, seeing the homeowner's 6'7". So we're gonna see what's going on. This is only supposed to be a little storage area, but still, it's gonna be quite a detail. If we got to do some underpinning on that footing, 14 inches. What he was saying on the phone, so I got to get some kind of detail. Nothing was on the drawing, and that's where we're at right now. We are at where that shovel is in there. We are at existing footing height at the bottom right there. So I got to wait for the phone call. So I'm just cleaning up, get the rest of this foundation cleaned up off the existing house. Get the dirt cleaned up, I should say, off the existing house. Miko went to get a bar so he could bar that off. It's clay. Whoever backfilled this is all used, must use existing soil. It's all clay. It's horrible. It's sticking, and as you can see, there's so much moisture on that foundation. The clay is just sticking to it like a suction cup. But I will check back in a bit. That's why you can't use the perforated black footing drain. Look at all the water right here. I just hit the drain. Obviously we got to pull it out anyways. It's full of water. So obviously the footings are not draining, which would put water in the basement. And that's due to that black perforated snake looking pipe you could buy at any hardware store. A lot of guys still use them today. I was just on a site where a guy was doing a 5,000 square foot, $2 million house, and he was running that black corrugated pipe for the footings, and I was like, yeah, that's not, the town's not gonna let you do it. And he was like, why not? We do it all the time. Well, that's why. Because the clay pumps, it breaks, it gets in there, and it does not work. Fills the, see right there, there should be no water in that. It fills the, everything up. It plugs it. They had this backfilled with stone too, but when you backfill with clay, time over time, that clay will find its way. Plug it up. Alright, just wanted to show you that. Check back. Alright, got that wall cleaned up. Just go nice and easy with your teeth. If that's a block wall, you don't really want to do too much pushing, or you'll push the blocks in like dominoes. But concrete, you know, you don't obviously don't want to hit it and scrape it, but there's a fine tuning to that. You gotta know your machine, and you gotta know what the hell you're doing. Let's just put it that way. You don't want to be pushing on someone's foundation. So we just glide the teeth down there, nice and easy, get it off, and then he gets the rest with a bar that I can't get. But that's the footing right where my teeth are now. I'm going to be going about 10 inches. All right, guys, it's 4 o'clock. We are to stand still because the architect still has to get over some prints, what he wants to do on this footing. He just gave me a call and said he wants to underpin it 18 inches. Obviously you see there's water in the hole, and I'm not too comfortable underpinning that at 18 inches until I see his detail, how he's going to do that. Because I know with these footing drains that have failed, they failed, and there's so much water under this house that could actually ooze out from under there, and I'm just not comfortable until I see the detail, and I told him that. So it's 4 o'clock anyways. We had to put the stone in today. We got that done, got the new windshield in, and the hole is, you know, a third of the way dug, unless we have to go deeper here, and we got a pile there that needs to be loaded out. So this after the dinner tonight, I'll come back, I'll load this out so we have a clean field to work with, which will be Friday afternoon. We'll be back on the site. We got a concrete pour tomorrow morning on that foundation. That's where we'll be. You'll see that, and then we'll saw cut it the next morning and come back to this one and get this ready for footings. So that's where we're at. You see that retaining wall, we got nice and tight to it, didn't hurt it. It all looks good. We got to go tight to this one too, as you see these pink lines here right on out. Yeah, there's the wall. So had to be very delicate there on the controls not to hurt anything or tap it. You tap that wall once, you're definitely gonna buckle it. But all right, so we will see you tomorrow. Hopefully you enjoyed this kind of patchy video. It started the other day with the rain, then yesterday no work because of the rain, but we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.